Welcome to Add a Little Dazzle. In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to create this beautiful metal embossed light switch cover featuring Add a Little Dazzle metal sheets and Stampin' Up! Impressions folders. If you are like me, I'm always looking for a way to add that extra special touch to my home decor, and this adds that special touch that makes any room in your home stand out. So let's get started. To begin this project, you will begin by measuring the length and the width of a basic light switch cover as the one I'm showing you here. This basic light switch cover measures 4.5 by 4.5. And so I will begin by adding 3 1/4 inch to each side of the measurement, and we'll need to cut a 5 1/4 square of bronze god metal sheet and a 5 1/4 square of sticky sheet. As you can see, I will be using the vintage wallpaper impressions folder. So I will begin by taking my 5 1/4 inch square and placing it inside the vintage wallpaper impressions folder. I'm going to line it up right there, but you're going to notice that there is some of the metal sticking out, and don't worry about that. That is completely fine. The main thing that you need to remember right now is that those logos must be facing up. The Stampin' Up! Logo that you see right, Sizzix, and the Stampin' Up! Logo must be facing up, and the metal sheet color must be facing up. This will allow you to emboss the piece. So again, let me just reposition it where I want it, and I'm going to run it through my Big Shot. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to take my multi-purpose platform and I'm going to open it all the way. And the reason I'm doing this is because I'm going to be embossing in 2 pieces, and so I don't want that crease to be so visible. So with this like that, it will allow the least amount of crease to show up. So as you see, I already have the cutting plate there. I'm going to put my vintage wallpaper impressions folder there. Again, this metal sheet is sticking out. Don't worry about that. And then I'm going to get my other plate and I'm going to put it on top, and I'm going to run this through the Big Shot emboss piece, and I will open it, and you will notice here that there is the embossing here, but there's no embossing here, and you will notice that there's a little crease right there. Don't worry about that right now. Just go ahead and reposition it over, so the only part that's going to be inside your impressions folder is the part that is not embossed. And I am going to line it up there so that it has a continuous flow of pattern, but I'm not gonna place this folder on top of it because then it'll squish that image. I just want it on the edge to where it lines up. And now I'm going to place this back on my multi-purpose platform and run it through my Big Shot. That there is a little flat spot or line right there. We're gonna remove that. So the way we're going to remove that is I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm going to use the edge of it, and I'm just going to carefully flatten in the area. If it doesn't fit in there, then I'm going to use the tip of my bone folder, and I'm just going to carefully go in there. I don't want to press too hard, and I don't want to scratch the metal. And so all I'm going to do is I'm going to lightly go over it, and this will help me remove that. And so now it's still visible, but it's really not that visible, and once that you have attached this to the light switch cover, you will not even be able to see it. See here, I've already gone ahead and attached my 5 1/4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of sticky page to the back of the metal sheet. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to peel that red film. What took the edge of my scissors, I'm going to peel it right off, and then I'm going to take my plate and I'm going to center it on the metal sheet, and I'm going to press down. As you can see here, I've pressed down. Now we need to make a couple of cuts here. So the first thing that we are going to do is that I'm going to start, I'm just going to twist it like that because I'm a lefty, and we're going to start from the upper left hand corner, and I'm going to make a cut with this hobby blade all the way to the lower right hand corner. And I'm going to do that on both pieces right there. Now, let me show you in. Let me zoom in here so you can see what I've done there. You can see that right there. Now, I'm going to go on my upper right hand corner and I'm going to come down to where that line I created meets. It's not going to be in the center. And I'm going to do the same thing right here. The main thing is that it meets at that line. Then I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to start from this corner and do the same thing. And now I've just cut that piece right there that's going to allow it to wrap around. Now another important thing that you're going to need to do is we're going to need to cut off those corners here a little bit. And the reason we're going to do that is because this will allow it to wrap around easily, but you don't want to cut all the way. You just kind of cut where you can see the little tip. So as you will see, you have 4 corners that have been cut out and that piece has been cut out there. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take your light switch cover and you are going to lift it up and wrap around using the cutting mat as your base. Again, I'm going to do this again right here. As you can see, I've now done this to all the 4 corners, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm going to go over it like that to attach it over the light switch cover. Now here we go. Oops. Inwards. And then I'm going to do the other side. As you can see, it is now complete. If you need to, you can go in here so it will attach to the sides, and then you have this last piece right here where your holes were. So what you're going to do is just pop there with your finger just to give it the shape, and then you can turn it around, take your bone folder, go in to give it that nice crisp edge that you want to create, and then you're going to flip it over, and again with your bone folder bring it in. You can use your hands too, just be careful you don't cut yourself. It's a sharp edge, so you can if you're not careful. And so as you see there, I've just now done that and I've attached it. Now if I need to fix it a little bit, it's not straight, I can do that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip the piece over and I am going to take this stylus and I'm just going to pop it right there a little bit just to create a little groove on there that I can see. So I'm going to flip it back over, then I'm going to pop it right there, pop it, and then just go around in a circle to just put it against the edges. And as you can see, we have now finished the light switch cover. Now the last thing that we need to do is that we need to take our sanding block and go over it, sanding in a circular motion. As you can see, I'm sanding in circular motion, and then I'm going to take my microfiber brush and I'm going to clean it off to remove any buildup residue. Isn't this just beautiful? I invite you to visit us at www.addalittledazzle.com, where you can purchase Stampin' Up! Product and Add a Little Dazzle metal sheets in over 15 different colors. You will also find a free downloadable PDF tutorial for today's project and more projects posted on our blog for daily inspiration. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me at monica@addalittledazzle.com. Thanks and have a dazzling day.